Good morning. I just wanted to inform you that the ceremony today will be delayed by 10 minutes. Great job, everyone, for getting here in the inclement weather today, but there are still some folks that have been delayed due to the weather, so we're going to be delaying the start of our ceremony by 10 minutes. Thank you. Continue listening to the MacEwan University Big Band. Well, good morning, friends, and especially our graduands. Welcome to this morning's Convocation ceremony as we celebrate the soon-to-be graduates of the degree, diploma, and certificate programs in the faculties of Arts and Science and Health and Community Studies. First, let me say just how thrilled I am to be here today to celebrate this convocation in person, the first time since the fall of 2019. And I'm so glad that you have all been able to join us today. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the very talented group of individuals behind me who, under the direction of Raymond Buree, comprise of the MacEwan University Big Band. Let's give a round of applause. We've also had a special guest conductor today, Alicia Moores, who is an alumni of MacEwan University's music program, and she's stepped in on a couple of selections today. We will commence our program in just a few moments, and in preparation, I'd like to remind you that the WindSphere is an acoustically responsive hall. Therefore, we ask that you take a moment, if you are carrying any electronic devices, to turn them off or to at least put them on silent for the duration of the ceremony. If you need to step outside the concert hall, the WindSphere has monitors in the foyer and lobby area where you can continue to watch the ceremony should you need to do so. We have arranged for a professional photographer to take photos of graduates with their parchments and no masks. And information on how those photos will be forwarded to graduates at a later date. When you pass through the foyer today, you likely noticed there was a MacEwan University alumni backdrop, and we certainly encourage you to make use of that space at the conclusion of today's ceremony, if you've not already done so, to take those special photos of your graduates and family and friends. In keeping with the pandemic protocols, we ask that you remain masked at all times while you're in the WindSphere Center, unless, of course, you're eating or drinking, which can be removed during that short duration. And also, we just want to let graduates know that as you're crossing the stage today, there will be no handshaking, again, just keeping in line with those protocols. While today's ceremony may look a little different in this pandemic time, it still is indeed a wonderful and celebratory one as we recognize our graduates for their achievements here at MacEwan University. And just before we begin our official program, we have time for one more musical selection. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for the MacEwan University Big Band.
Just friends, lovers no more. Just friends, but not like before. To think of what we've been, and all to kiss again seems like pretending. It isn't the ending. Two friends drifting apart. Two friends, but one broken heart. We love, we laugh, we cry, and suddenly love died. The story ends, and we're just friends. Just friends, lovers no more. Just friends, but not like before. To think of what we've been and all this again seems like pretending it isn't the ending. Two friends drifting apart. Two friends, but one broken heart. We love, we laugh, we cry, and suddenly love died. The story ends, and we're just friends. We're just friends.
How about once again, let's give a big round of applause to MacEwan University Big Band. At this time, if you're able, I ask that you please rise. I am pleased to introduce the mace bearer for this ceremony, Dr. Samuel Mugo, Professor of Chemistry in the Faculty of Arts and Science. Dr. Mugo is carrying the university mace, which was donated to the university in 1997 by its namesake, Dr. Grant MacEwan, and became the official mace in 2008. It is especially meaningful to the university as it was hand-carved by Dr. MacEwan. Further information on the mace and other Convocation traditions can be found in the Convocation program. The faculty procession is led this morning by Distinguished Proctor Dr. Tara Windsor, Associate Professor in the Department of Allied Health and Human Performance in the Faculty of Health and Communications. Please remain standing now for the academic processional.
Graduands, distinguished guests, members of the stage party, faculty, staff, and all others in attendance. My name is David McLaughlin, and I am the Marshal of Convocation. Please remain standing, and in respect, remove all hats except those that are part of academic dress for the singing of our national anthem by Ms. Miranda Smith. Welcome, everyone. You may be seated.
Good morning. Who's grateful it's not an outdoor convocation ceremony? Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Craig Monk, Provost and Vice President Academic at MacEwan University. I have the privilege today of introducing Dr. Tony Fields, MacEwan's first Chancellor. As Chancellor, Dr. Fields has an important ceremonial role and represents the university's public interests. The installation of our Chancellor this past spring reflects the growth of an institution whose academic mandate extends into our community. We are honored to have Dr. Fields take on this role. As the director of the Cross Cancer Institute, Dr. Fields changed the way Alberta's healthcare system undertakes cancer care. His dedication led to the creation of systemic solutions that made positive changes to healthcare delivery in this province. He is someone who has demonstrated collaborative leadership and engaged with community with compassion and humility. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Fields to preside over Convocation.
Thank you, Dr. Monk. Welcome to MacEwan University's Fall 2021 Convocation. I have the honor and pleasure of conferring your academic credentials today. As Chancellor, I declare MacEwan University's Convocation open. At this academic ceremony, we will honor our 2021 graduates by conferring degrees, diplomas, and certificates, and we will recognize the outstanding achievements of the students of MacEwan University. We are honored to be here to celebrate your achievements, and I extend a warm welcome to all of you who have joined us here and online. We are very grateful and pleased to have you with us. I would first like to take time to acknowledge the land on which we gather in Treaty 6 territory is the traditional gathering place for many Indigenous people. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and culture of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who call this territory home. The First Peoples' connection to the land teaches us about our inherent responsibility to protect and respect Mother Earth. With this acknowledgement, we honor the ancestors and children who have been buried here, missing and murdered Indigenous women and men, and the process of ongoing collective healing for all human beings. We are reminded that we are all treaty people and of the responsibility we have to one another. It is my pleasure now to introduce members of the stage party. Members of the stage party, please remain standing once you have been called. I would like to start by introducing MacEwan University's President and Vice Chancellor, Dr. Annette Trimby. Our Board of Governors Chair, Carolyn Graham. The presiding official at this convocation ceremony is our Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Craig Monk. Our Marshal of Convocation for this ceremony, our Registrar, Dr. David McLaughlin. Would members of our Board of Governors please rise? Would our Deans and Vice Presidents please rise? I now ask our Associate Vice Presidents and Associate Deans to please rise. I would like to acknowledge our distinguished guest, Di Brandt, who is joining us virtually. Would other members of the university administration please rise? I will now ask the representatives of each of our associations, Faculty Association, Staff Association, Alumni Association, and Student Association, to please rise. Would our Indigenous Knowledge Keeper, Dr. Lillian Gadwa, please rise. I now ask the Mace Bearer, Distinguished Proctor, and all remaining faculty and staff to rise, please. This is our Convocation stage party. Together, they represent all the faculty and staff from across the university who taught you, encouraged you, challenged you, supported you, and worked behind the scenes for you during your time at MacEwan University. And they are all honored to be here to celebrate with you today. Please join me in acknowledging all of them. Thank you, members of the stage party. You may be seated. I would like to invite Dr. Lillian Gadwa for an Indigenous invocation.
Hi. It's a great honor that I've been invited to help direct, also guide the ceremony today. I am here on behalf of all students, Aboriginal students, and also my ancestors. I will ask for blessings for each and every one of you. I will ask that your children and your home fires be blessed as well. Today is a beautiful day. Although the snow is making everyone go haywire out there, we're here today to celebrate a special day. This is an awesome and wonderful, most fabulous day for each and every one of you because you've worked so hard for it. So I'll begin my prayer in the Cree language. Aha mamotawi mause mantu kinanasko metenan. Kinanasko metenano mapimatsun kamiak, hepe mamo payak, hepe mutsigitayak uma hekisitayak, xnamaksun. Ahaumekwa, pesawemo kexnamaganak, otawasim swawaka kyo, wikwaw, oketoanuaw mina. Aumekwa saweminanota, emiwasikumakisikaw. Kakamemo to tamak, pues que samamtanay tamak, eko mina kasaki toyak. Eko amakin to tamaan mamotay, mausemantu kia kaksewatsin, kia miona kayain. Kinanas kometen hemiyak pimatsun, kinanas kometen mina miumatsihon, kinanas kometen mina hakamemon sukmamtanaytsikan, hemiyak, kinanas kometen eko amakakyo. Ahau mamotai mause mantu saweminan mutakakio kayayak. Saweminan pesagihinan. Eko kis nistanan kisakitenan. Kinanaskum ten netehutsi kinanaskum tenan kakio takayayak. Ai. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the invocation, Dr. Gadwa. It's our great privilege to have you with us today. One of our student board members and the current president of the Students Association of MacEwan University, Miles Dykes, will now read the MacEwan University invocation.
Through learning, we flourish and help others to flourish. We stand here today on the brink of important change for ourselves and for the world. Inspired by the past, we now step forward to transform the future. Engaging with others, we cherish the diversity of experience within our communities and within ourselves. Through perseverance, we excel. Through compassion, we connect. Through creativity, we thrive. Through knowledge, we grow. Through all this and more, let us forge a legacy to nurture, to inspire, to endure. Moved by this spirit, strong in our knowledge, we move out into the world with open arms, open mind, and open heart. We pledge to leave the world better than we found it.
Thank you, Miles Dykes. Dr. Annette Trimby, MacEwan University's President and Vice Chancellor, will now address Convocation.
Good morning, everybody. It's just thrilling to be here with you in person. And as our photographer often says, I can see your smiles behind your masks. And I know your smiles will get bigger as the ceremony goes on. I want to thank Dr. Lillian Godwa for starting us off in a good way with a blessing. Author and journalist Richard Wagamese once said, "All that we are is story." As I stand here proudly looking out at all of you, our Faculty of Health and Community Studies and Faculty of Arts and Science graduates, I can't help but reflect on the very unique and challenging thread that the MacEwan University chapter of each of your stories will share. The fact that you sit here today means that you have risen to incredible challenges, that you have grown and changed and developed unique strengths that have helped you work your way through earning a university credential through a global pandemic. Time has likely had an important role to play in this chapter of your story, a time when time itself often seemed to lose its meaning, a bit like Groundhog Day, a time of great uncertainty, a time of great change, a time of great loss, and a time of great resilience. But I hope there is also a timelessness to what you take with you from MacEwan as you go on to make choices and follow pathways that will help shape your story. I hope that the learning you take with you is timeless. Your education is something no one can take away from you. I often think about how my own university experience helped me to find my place. When I look back at the defining moments of my time at university, it's not the hours of studying or the assignments that I finished, it's the professors who I learned from, the people who cared so deeply about what they were teaching, the people who wanted me to share their passion. That's where the magic lies, in those teacher-student relationships, ones I'm sure you shared with some of the faculty members who sit behind me in the choir loft today. I hope you take with you timeless skills. I know you are graduating with a solid bank of knowledge and expertise in your disciplines, but there is much more you carry with you from your time at MacEwan. some of which might take years to reveal. Perhaps it will be the ability to get through uncertainty, uncomfortable, chaotic situations, or how essential it is to take the time to really listen, to work in a team, or even simply the power of being authentic. It wasn't until long after I earned my biology degree that I began to see and appreciate some of the timeless skills I had taken from my first university experience, including the critical thinking that helped me see the interconnections between the natural world, leadership, resilience, and hope. I hope you see yourselves as leaders because of these timeless skills and experiences. My vision as a university president is to create a place where leaders, like all of you, can grow into people who ask questions, who are hopeful, and compel positive change that extends beyond your own interests. As you move forward in your lives and continue to live out your stories, I hope you know that you will always have a place here, that the roots you have grown here at MacEwan will remain no matter where your story takes you. Wherever that place may be, in Edmonton, Alberta, or beyond, place matters. It is the setting of the story. It provides context. It contributes to all other elements, the plot, development of the characters, the mood, and the theme, and it sparks our imaginations. Whether we realize it or not, we are inextricably linked to the places we find ourselves in. That thought reminds me of one of my favorite Di Brandt poems titled River People. In it, Dr. Brandt ties people to places. She speaks of being raised among the earth people. To quote her, "I was raised among the earth people, proud dirt under their fingernails, long, rugged, silent days of hoeing and plowing, electric barbed wire to keep the cows in, tin granaries bulging with ripe wheat, bright orange carrots rooted in probably juicy green feather-topped in cracked black soil." She goes on to reference the years she spent with the asphalt and cement people, and she finishes with her time among the river people. To quote, "I have now come to live with the river people. We sit on the reedy shore and watch the water flow by, urgently, purposefully, carrying the continent's pulse and debris firmly along to the bay we have heard about, on the edge of a mythical northern ocean with seal mermaids and melting ice floes far away." In each stanza, Dr. Brandt deftly captures the setting she finds herself in, the communities of people she encounters, and how those settings and people intertwine. And they do intertwine. The places we find ourselves in matter. They influence us, they shape our relationships and view of the world, even if we don't always fully appreciate how and in what ways. Dr. Di Brandt also happens to be one of 3 people who are being awarded honorary doctorates during our fall 2021 Convocation ceremonies, and you will hear from her virtually in a few moments. I don't want to steal anyone's thunder, but I do want to mention our honorary doctorates because I think they are important to you as graduates. Dr. Di Brandt, along with Dave Tuccaro and Carola Cunningham, all have inspirational stories to share. Their stories are about making an impact in the places where you live, learn, and work. Each has left an indelible mark on the communities that they are a part of and have intersected with the stories of the people who have surrounded them in incredible ways. They are people who take the time to really listen. They are courageous, and to me, they are the definition of timeless leaders. The rest of the quote from Richard Wagamese that I started with goes like this. "From the moment we are born to the time we continue on our spirit journey, we are involved in the creation of the story of our time here. It is what we arrive with. It is all we leave behind. We are not the things we accumulate. We are not the things we deem important. We are story, all of us. What comes to matter then is the creation of the best possible story we can while we're here, you, me, us together. When we can do that and we take the time to share those stories with each other, we get bigger inside, we see each other, we recognize our kinship, we change the world one story at a time." So I ask you, how will what you take away from your time at MacEwan University help shape your futures? What will the next chapters in your story be? We're so very, very proud of you. We cannot wait to find out. Thank you.
Thank you, President Trimby. I now get to make a subtle transition between one reference to Di Brandt to another. This spring, we conferred our first honorary doctorates, and today we are proud to confer another. I would like to start by thanking both our nominators and our selection committee members who were instrumental in bringing forward extraordinary recommendations for this convocation. And I have to acknowledge that the nominators for today's honorary doctorate came from my home department. I'm very proud of them. I do work with fabulous colleagues, many of whom you'll see behind me in the choir loft. As Edmonton's downtown university, MacEwan University has developed a vibrant academic culture and has maintained our deeply rooted community connections. We seek, with our Doctor of the University degree, to confer our institution's greatest distinction on individuals whose achievements best illustrate the impact to which our graduates aspire. I would now like to invite Carolyn Graham, Chair of the Board of Governors of MacEwan University, to introduce this ceremony's honorary doctorate recipient.
Good morning and welcome, everyone. Recipients of MacEwan's honorary doctorates demonstrate their commitment to excellence, creativity, and to change our perspective on local and global issues. Honorary doctorates are chosen for their outstanding contributions to their field and the impact that it has on our community. Dr. Di Brandt is an accomplished academic whose influence on the world of poetry has won her recognition at universities across Canada. She has published more than a dozen books of poetry, fiction, creative nonfiction, and literary criticism. Her work has created space for language and contributed to public discourse on complex social and environmental issues. She's an established researcher who became a Canada Research Chair in Literature and Creative Writing at Brandon University in 2005. Her research focused on addressing uniquely 21st century problems through theoretical and practical models for contemporary poetic form, eco-poetry. Her poetry expresses a connection with the natural world, tackles themes of environmentalism, multiculturalism, and has explored the expansion of the public voice of women. Through poetry, Dr. Brandt equips individuals with the critical and creative thinking tools necessary to imagine and address contemporary environmental issues. She's described by her nominators as someone who brings the transformative power of poetry to the mainstream, and her ability to balance her creative work with teaching and mentorship is inspirational. Dr. Brandt has been twice nominated for a Governor General's Award and was recently awarded the Gold National Magazine Award for Poetry. In addition to her work as a poet and researcher, Dr. Brandt has worked to establish and expand space for poetry and language. After she served as writer-in-residence at the University of Alberta's Department of English, she established the Writer-in-Residence program at the University of Windsor. She served as the Winnipeg Public Library's Writer-in-Residence in 2014, the Writer-in-Resident at Mount Royal's Department of English, Languages and Cultures Writer in 2017, and currently serves as the Writer-in-Residence for the Saskatoon Public Library. She is Professor Emeriti at Brandon University and was Winnipeg's inaugural Poet Laureate in 2018-19. At MacEwan, we hope that our students think creatively and participate in the complex conversations about the issues that surround us. Dr. Brandt's work exemplifies the creativity, empathy, and connection that we hope each of our graduates will bring to their work. I'd like to welcome Chancellor Fields to confer the honorary doctorate.
Di Brandt was not able to be with us in person today. We did, in advance, give her the robes and the hood of the degree that she's going to receive, and we gave her her parchment ahead of time. We will be hearing an address from her by virtual means, but I will now make the pronouncement. Di Brandt, as Chancellor of MacEwan University, by authority of the powers vested in me, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa, and the honor and privileges that are proper to it.
Eminent Chancellor Fields, Madam President Trimby, Board Chair Graham, Provost Monk, ladies and gentlemen. What a wonderful surprise it was to receive a call inviting me to receive an honorary doctorate here today. I'm humbled and honored to accept. Thank you. There is special meaning for me in receiving this recognition in the first year of its conferral at Grant MacEwan University. My life and career have included many firsts. I was the first person in my large traditional extended Mennonite family to earn a doctoral degree, the first woman of southern Manitoba to become a professional writer, and to get to travel around the world to share my writing with others. How unheard of was that? And one of the first postgraduates at the University of Manitoba to write a dissertation about the then nearly unheard of subject of mothers in literature. I was the first woman in the world, it seemed at the time, to want, inexplicably, and some thought foolishly, to attempt the perilous balancing act of a career that included writing poetry, as well as scholarship, teaching, and editing, and actively participating in the creation of a regionally based, multiculturally inflected literary scene in Canada. All this while raising 2 daughters for certain heroic years as a single mother on a precarious graduate student's income. Later, I enjoyed a range of lovely appointments and residencies, including the first Canada Research Chair in the Creative Arts, which led to new opportunities for many others in these fields as well. Now that multiple career paths such as mine have become more common, most people have happily forgotten the formidable obstacles that needed to be overcome to make them possible. In the decades when women and people of other previously excluded groups were beginning to enter the professions in more than token numbers, when creative writing was not yet fully recognized as academic achievement, and when difference in the cultural sense was just beginning to find voice in the professions. What a relief that was! Those of us who had not grown up in Anglo or French Canadian contexts and were not male could finally stop biting our tongues and impersonating ill-fitting public vocabularies. In economically anxious times, poetry tends to get marginalized in favor of more materially profitable career paths. And yet, as many of us know, poetry and the creative arts generally provide the best, most profound, most rooted, and yet at the same time most playful, light-hearted, imaginary, and provisional opportunity for rethinking everything, for lifting up the long list of realities of our daily lives, to peek underneath, to dance above and around, to entertain the silly, dreamy, sexy, funky, musical, quantum realms of what if, in order to call up and nurture into being never-before-seen beautiful and hopeful possibilities for the future. I commend Grant MacEwan University for your leadership in recognizing poetry and the creative and literary arts as worthy of public recognition and professional support at this liminal time when many of the assumptions that carried us robustly through the past half-century are needing to be yet again profoundly revised. We're entering another deeply creative era when multicultural voices and intercultural dialogue and the imaginative celebration of love, nature, and spirituality, the true provenance of poetry, are perhaps as necessary and vital to our human survival as they've ever been in the history of this beautiful and delicate planet. I see how skillfully your university is organizing to meet the challenges of the present and future, among other things, by cultivating a diverse curriculum. I love that your program offerings include subjects like massage therapy and jazz and childcare and wound management, alongside more conventional academic subjects. Quantum, multidimensional knowledge, thinking in the round, is what's needed now. And how smart of you to have invited such a fine president as Dr. Annette Trimby to lead you. I can tell you she is sorely missed in Winnipeg, birthplace of the Métis Nation and her hometown, where we enjoyed her inspiring presence for many years before being lured to the bright fields of Alberta. Good on ya. To the graduating class of 2021, you are lucky to be part of this wonderful collective project of imaginative community building in Edmonton, Alberta, and the rest of the world is lucky to have you in it. Congratulations on your fine achievements being honored here today. I wish you much courage, creativity, and luck as you embark on the adventures of your adult lives and careers, wherever they may take you in these challenging and unprecedented times. Don't forget to bring along lots of poetry. It is the language of the heart, the language of hope and forward vision. It is our human species' song. Namaste, Miigwech, blessings to you all.
Thank you, Dr. Brandt. You may have noticed that we have been referencing graduates. Graduates become graduates with the conferring of a credential. That moment is upon us now. I now invite Chancellor Fields and President Trimby to the respective podia for the presentation of graduands and the conferring of credentials.
Graduands, if you are able, please rise. On behalf of the faculties and schools of MacEwan University, I present these graduands and those named in the Convocation program who are not at the ceremony. I ask that they be pledged and admitted to the MacEwan University credentials that they have earned. I will ask you now to join in the MacEwan University Graduate Pledge. The pledge is not an oath, but an expression of purpose to which you will respond, I will. Will you pledge yourself to use the knowledge, experience, and skills you have gained at MacEwan University to serve your community and the world faithfully? Please respond. Yeah, got it. Thanks.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the province of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of MacEwan University's General Faculties Council, I admit you to the degree, diploma, or certificate to which you are entitled, and I invest in you all the rights and privileges, powers and responsibilities pertaining to that credential. Now, I bestow upon you this credential as a solemn trust to transform, to engage, and to improve the world from this day forth, to teach and to learn from others, so that through your learning we may all flourish. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Chancellor Fields and President Trimby, and congratulations to all the graduates. In a moment, our marshals will bring the graduates to the stage. Offering congratulations to each graduate are Dr. Tony Fields, Chancellor, Dr. Annette Trimby, President and Vice Chancellor, Carolyn Graham, Board Chair, Dr. Craig Monk, Provost and Vice President Academic, and the Dean of the Faculty or School. Offstage to your right is Elliot Rose, MacEwan Alumni Association representative. Mr. Rose will present each graduate with a gift on behalf of the MacEwan University Alumni Association. The graduate procession is ordered by faculty and school. Student awards will be presented in advance of graduates for the respective faculty and school, processing across the stage. I would ask that the graduates return to their seats after receiving their credentials. The drum group, Cree Confederation, will perform an honor song as the graduates are being assembled. Protocol for Cree Confederation was offered before the ceremony. Thank you to Cree Confederation. At this time, I invite Cassie Prochnow, Interim Dean for the Faculty of Health and Community Studies, to come to the podium.
In each school and faculty at MacEwan University, we recognize the students whose academic efforts place them at the top of their class. The Dean's Medals are the highest academic honor that may be granted by a faculty, and these medals recognize the exemplary success of individual students in an area of study. One award may be granted in a certificate or diploma program, and one award in a degree program. The Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a degree program in the Faculty of Health and Community Studies is awarded to Sharmin Muhammad Ali Ruda, a graduate of the Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration program. I would like to invite our award winner to join me here on stage. It is my pleasure to recognize Sharmin Ruda and honor her accomplishments, commitment, and hard work as she completed the Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration. Faculty describe Sharmin as an exceptional student whose work was consistently thoughtful, thorough, and informed by research. Throughout her program, she demonstrated insight, knowledge, and a passion to learn. In completing her directed field studies, faculty were impressed with her skills as a project leader and her ability to inspire others. It is my pleasure to present the Dean's Medal Award to a very deserving recipient, Sharmin Ruda. The Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a Certificate Diploma program in the Faculty of Health and Community Studies is awarded to Stephanie Lynn Duguay, a graduate of the Hearing Aid Practitioner Diploma program. Unfortunately, Stephanie could not be with us today, but I would like to recognize her. I am pleased to recognize Stephanie Duguay for her outstanding achievement in completing the Hearing Aid Practitioner program with a 4.0 GPA. Stephanie excelled in her studies, achieving A+ in the vast majority of her courses. Faculty describe her as having strong critical thinking and analytical skills, whose work was always thoughtful, thorough, and well-researched. Her knowledge and passion for the field will make her a strong contributor to the profession and support for her clients. Stephanie is very deserving of this recognition, and we wish her well in her career. Congratulations to Stephanie Duguay on her outstanding achievement. Eminent Chancellor and Madam President, I now present to you the following graduates from the Faculty of Health and Community Studies.
And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration. Rebecca Elizabeth Coffey with distinction. Jamie Dawn Cox. And lastly, Joyce Rossiter. And now presenting graduates receiving their acupuncture diploma. Carrie Chen. Cassidy Suyong Finch. Ashley Nicole Lilac. Pearl Anne-Louise Mertens-Weens. Danielle Ashley Moffat. Rowanna Ray-Marie Curante.
Hannah Paige Radomski. Daniel Nicole Schmiemann. And lastly, Xiaotian Wang. And now presenting graduates receiving the Child and Youth Care Diploma, Lauren Ivy Stubbs. And now presenting graduates receiving the Correctional Services Diploma, Kimberly Christina Gilbert Bootsma. And now presenting graduates receiving the Early Learning and Child Care Diploma, Kimberly Jan Loreen. And now graduates receiving the Hearing Aid Practitioner Diploma, Sabrina Gratton with distinction.
Jennifer Elizabeth Kirkham with distinction. Kinsley Glenn Lyons with distinction. Carolyn Ann Mudrick. Charlene Michelle Nordgren with distinction. Amanda Marie Swanton. And lastly, Melanie Lee Tribiger. And now presenting graduates receiving their massage therapy diploma. Chloe Maud Bolt. Andrew William Braun. Brianna Nicole Clark. Alicia Catherine Folkman. Lauren Teresa McPherson.
Birte McMahon. Carly Jo McMillan. Joanna Elizabeth Melendez. Joshua Cassidy Parcasio. Janisha Alfashbahi Patel. Madison Patricia Salzel. Mario Svetlazarov Stoichev. Bobby Matthew Zachariah Lastly.
And now, presenting graduates receiving their Police and Investigations Diploma. Emmett Robert William Donnan. Sean Michael Andrew McInnes. Jesse Nast with distinction. And now, presenting graduates receiving their Social Work Diploma. Caitlin Sue Cavalier. Amy Chenhua Law with distinction. Peyton Lane Meters. Maria Alejandra Montoya.
Katrina Brenda O'Neill. Desiree Amy Jean Perrin, Lastly. And now presenting graduates receiving the Special Needs Assistant Certificate. Jacqueline Jean Jansen. Jennifer Christine Gilliard. Lastly, and now presenting graduates receiving the Therapist Assistant Diploma, Caitlin Reese.
At this time, I invite Dr. Malika Shalaman, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Science, to come to the podium. Hi, Dean.
The Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a Degree Program in the Faculty of Arts and Science is awarded to Cassandra Teresa Lang, a graduate of the Bachelor of Arts program. I would like to invite our award winner to join me here on the stage. In selecting the recipient of the Dean's Medal, academic achievement is the first consideration. Cassandra is an exceptionally bright student who earned almost no grades below A level and had an astounding total of 15 grades of A+. However, her strengths go well beyond achieving top marks. Her professors praised her ability to integrate complex theoretical concepts and her eagerness to participate in class discussions and get the most out of every class. One of her instructors noted that in laboratory settings, she was exceptional in her ability to integrate information about specimens with context information, consider applications and limitations of analytical procedures, and actively interpret her results. Faculty members describe her as an independent and self-motivated student who worked well with other students and never asked for extra considerations. Not only her professors, but also her peers praised her readiness to collaborate and contribute to the class. In short, Cassandra has been an exceptional student, and there is no doubt she will do outstanding in her academic career going forward. I congratulate you on your achievements, Cassandra. Eminent Chancellor and Madam President, I now present to you the following graduates from the Faculty of Arts and Science.
And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Arts. Mylène Elise Boussière. Nisi Anyeso Chiguara. Andrew Nicholas Danilenko. Nisha Datar with distinction. Sandeep Singh Dillon.
Georgia Iris Fetzko. Annika Gahoon. Hashim Abdi Gele. Danielle Suzanne Giffen. Tamare Marie Hansen. Mireille Helmi. Jenna Sophia Homan. Hannah Knittel. Maggie Leosis. Keisha Lee McNeil. Kristen Amber Motley. Kaval Krishnan Mudalari. Mudalariar.
Justin Thomas Norman Perry. Tamandani Sihwa Piri. Thomas Rechek. Kesara Ibanez Rey. Trisha Singh. Rachel Victoria Stephen. Noah Stothart. Jesse James Sinnott. Marissa Ann Thorne.
Cameron James Twaddle. Rodrigo Leonel Vila. Bethel Wakihira. And lastly, Felicia Dawn Wilson. And now presenting graduates receiving their Bachelor of Science. Sarah Ahmad. Deborah Oluwapayemi Alayemi. Lydia Chi Huan Ang. Desiree Renee Cardinal. Christina Brittany Chow. Rianne Eludin. Maria Josephine Ashley Amoroso Estudio.
Audrey Candice Galope. Gaganpreet Kaur Gill. Darius Colin Ethan Hawanik. Umber Hussein. Jackie Hyun with distinction. Samantha Robin Karp. Hermon Afiwerki Kubrom. Rashna Lumba.
Immaculate Panchiri Moranga. Kayla Elizabeth Marie Post. Melanie Laura Pulak. Radhika Saini. Jazkiran Kaur Sidhu. Micah Lorraine Tan. Khadija Mabruk Tunali. And lastly, Amanda Lois Weirstock. Apologies to you, Amanda.
Let's give our graduates a round of applause. Not the last one. I have one more award to mention. This year, the student address will be provided by the recipient of the MacEwan University President's Medal for Academic Excellence and Student Leadership. The President's Medal recognizes graduating students who have made an outstanding contribution to campus activities while maintaining a superior academic record. The recipient of the President's Medal this fall convocation is Bachelor of Music student Marie Alice Conrad. Marie Alice achieved a 3.96 GPA in her Bachelor of Music in Jazz and Contemporary Popular Music degree. She received 5 MacEwan University scholarships due to her determination and exceptional work ethic. Her instructors praised not only her academic achievements, but her curiosity and commitment to learning. Her academic work not only contributed to her own success, but she provided invaluable contributions to her instructors' research. A very talented musician and composer, her work has been performed by instrumental and vocal ensembles across Canada. Her leadership on the Student Advisory Committee for the Department of Music contributed to advancing conversations on the Future of Music program. Marie modeled equity, diversity, and inclusion in all of her interactions. As a mature student, she balanced having a family while advancing her own goals. In taking time away from her own artistic ambitions to raise children, she has demonstrated her courage to define her own path. She's demonstrated leadership and bravery to step into the unknown and have goals that include family, learning, and art. So to achieve such a high academic standard and excel in a creative field with the challenges of the past year is truly commendable. She has excelled at what we hope every graduate at MacEwan will find, their own unique journey that allows them to have the courage to step up and achieve their potential. She made a lasting impression on the Department of Music in MacEwan, and I know she will carry her principles, leadership, and commitment with her as she moves on to graduate school to study composition at the University of Alberta. Her accomplishments stand as an example of what we can achieve when we strive for our very best selves. At yesterday's ceremony, I was pleased to present the President's Medal to her, and her address has been recorded to share with you today. So thank you very much, and enjoy hearing from Marie Alice.
Greetings, fellow graduates, faculty, friends, family, and honored guests. This is certainly a peculiar time in world history, and I am honored to gather in person and celebrate with you today. As I reflected on a message to share with you, I wanted to include the essential elements that contributed to my journey here at MacEwan University. After taking time off from my artistic and educational ambitions to raise children for some time, I quickly discovered that returning to formal education as a mature student presented obvious challenges. This endeavor has demanded considerable courage, and early on I decided to channel this potentially debilitating energy into a motivational tool to work even harder in achieving my goals. In this process, I learned that education is a sacrifice of our time, energy, and resources, but it is an exceptional investment in ourselves and our futures, bridging an understanding of how we fit into this world and how we can make our own unique contribution. Every step of my educational journey has presented humbling experiences and has brought about countless barriers to navigate, demanding grit and determination to persevere. I have learned that it is these most difficult moments that define and refine us and can in turn positively contribute to our unique development, perspective, and powerful voice as an emerging graduate. The MacEwan community provided a safe place for me to develop my artistry as a musician and developing composer. And as I look back over the past few years, I realized that faculty mentorship has been the essential foundation of my development. Without this support and connection, I'm sure many of us would not have made it as far as we have today, nor would we have the confidence and clarity concerning the direction we are currently headed. My most impactful mentors here at MacEwan have believed in me, pushed egos, judgment, and status quo aside, supported my development, and have continued to encourage me despite societal and institutional expectations. They have also taken time to learn about me, my interests, and have influenced me in ways that will reach far beyond the walls of the laboratory and classroom. I have learned that as we grow, we all need mentorship, no matter who we are, what we look like, where we come from, or how old we are. Canadian artist Emily Carr, who is a great inspiration to me of following and fulfilling artistic goals later in life, wrote of a wonderful mentor she had as someone who did not selfishly persuade others to climb their own ladders. but rather steadied the ladders of others while they got their own foothold. During my time at MacEwan, my own ladder was constantly steadied by instructors, mentors, and fellow students who all enabled me to grow and flourish. Thank you to all of you who have taught me valuable lessons in mutual respect, patience, enthusiasm, and kindness. My experience as a leader on the Faculty of Fine Arts and Communications and Music Student Advisor Council has taught me the importance of embracing change, speaking out, working together, and creating a safe space for all voices to be heard. Thank you to my family for your unrelenting support and patience in my desire to create, grow, and accomplish my goals. Every day, as I approached the front doors of the University Music Department, I was swept over with feelings of sometimes fear, inadequacy, and the most common one to rear its ugly head, what the heck are you doing? Like many of you, I wasn't ready to let those feelings overcome my ambitions. And every day we find the courage to walk through those doors because we are here to develop and assert ourselves. We are here because we want to accomplish our goals. We are here because we have value and we have something to offer. We are here because we know the more we learn, the more we can give back to our communities. We are here because we have the right to learn, no matter our age, gender, race, background, or stage that we may be at. So thank you, MacEwan University, for opening your doors as we found courage to walk through them. And thank you for preparing us to walk through many more doors that are yet to open. Thank you and congratulations, graduates.
Thank you again to Ms. Conrad, who gave her presentation yesterday and received her degree yesterday. I now request Elliot Rose, Alumni Association representative, to provide a welcome to you, our newest members of the MacEwan University alumni family.
Hello, graduates. My name is Elliot Rose, and I'm a graduate of Bachelor of Commerce program in 2019, and a member of MacEwan University's Alumni Council. I'm thrilled to be one of the first to congratulate you, class of 2021. Well done. Alumni are MacEwan's greatest legacy, and we are proud to welcome you as the newest members to our community. What does it mean to be a MacEwan alum? It means you're in good company, joining an extraordinary group of over 81,000 alumni who are making a difference in communities across the province, the country, and the globe through creativity, service, and entrepreneurship. It also means that even though you've completed your program of study, your lifelong relationship with MacEwan has just begun. As you begin the next phase of your life, whether it's starting a new job, continuing education, or following another path, we are here to provide you with services to help you along the way to make sure you stay connected. Once again, on behalf of the Alumni Association, congratulations, class of 2021. We can't wait to see what's in store for you.
This brings us to the closing moments of our ceremony, And I would like to thank all of you who have joined us here and online today. It gives me great pleasure to thank the many people in our MacEwan community who have worked hard to make this convocation happen under such challenging circumstances. Faculty, I want to thank you for all of your work and your perseverance through these trying times. You ensured that your students were engaged in meaningful academic experiences that have built their success here today. Graduates, I'd like to once again congratulate you on all your success. While this signifies the end of your academic career here at MacEwan, it is not the end of your lifelong journey of learning. I'm sure as you watch this ceremony today, there are people who have helped you on this journey. I'd like to invite you, our graduates, to express your appreciation to the people who have supported you along the way. Would the faculty, family, and friends of our graduates please rise? Graduates, a round of applause, please. Faculty, family, and friends, you may be seated. And now in turn, I ask the graduates to rise, and I invite our audience, faculty, and staff to join me in congratulating our graduates of 2021. And just before I close, I'd like to ask that the students and audience remain seated while the stage party leaves. And then would family and friends please remain until the students have left, and then everyone leaves. And with that, I declare this convocation closed. Thank you.